Hi, everyone, and welcome to English 10 Minutes. Today, we have a beautiful story about memories, friendship, and the things people leave behind. It's about how a simple object can hold an entire season. Let's get lost in the feeling together. Leo's hoodie lives on the back of my desk chair. It's a dark gray, soft, and way too big for me. My mom calls it that old thing, but to me, it's a museum. A museum of August. If I close my eyes and press my face into the fabric, I can still find it. The smell of summer. It's not just one scent, but a collection. It smells like the faint chlorine from the public pool, the salty air from our one trip to the beach, and the sweet smoke from the bonfires we had in his backyard. Underneath it all, it smells like him. A clean, warm scent that was just Leo. He gave it to me on our last night. The end of August felt like the end of the world. We were sitting on the swings at the park, the metal chains cold against our skin, even though the day had been warm. We weren't talking much. There was nothing left to say that wouldn't end with goodbye. "You'll be cold," he said, his voice quiet. He took off his hoodie and gave it to me. "I'm okay," I lied, but I took it anyway. It was still warm from his body. I pulled it on, and my small frame disappeared inside it. The sleeves covered my hands completely. "It looks better on you," he said with a small, sad smile. We stayed there until the streetlights came on, creating yellow circles of light on the ground. We talked about everything and nothing. School, his new city, my plans for the soccer team. But we didn't talk about the main thing, that after this night, our world of shared summers and easy friendship was over. When he walked me home, we stood at my door for a minute. I thought he might hug me, but he just pushed his hands into his pockets. "Text me when you get there?" I asked. "Promise," he said. And then he was gone. Just a shape walking down the dark street. Now it's October. The leaves are turning red and yellow, and the air is crisp and cold. And his hoodie, hanging on my chair, is the only piece of summer I have left. I don't wear it. I just visit it, like a precious object in a museum, afraid that one day the scent of him and our perfect summer will finally disappear. The first time I noticed the change, a real panic hit me. It was a Tuesday afternoon. I'd had a bad day at school, a surprise quiz in history, a stupid argument with my friend Sarah. I came home, dropped my backpack on the floor, and went straight to the hoodie. I needed that smell, that quick trip back to August when things were simple. I buried my face in the soft cotton, inhaling deeply. And for a second, I found nothing. Just the neutral smell of fabric. My heart fell. Frantically, I searched the hoodie, pressing my nose against the collar, the sleeves, the front pocket. Finally, deep inside the hood, I found it. A very faint trace of summer. The salt and the sun were almost gone. Only a ghost of Leo's scent remained. It was like hearing your favorite song from a distant room, the melody weak and thin. I felt a cold fear. The hoodie wasn't a permanent museum. It was a dying flower. My life had started to feel like that too, fading. Leo and I still texted, but it wasn't the same. In the first weeks, we sent messages all day. Pictures of his new room, my new soccer uniform. We sent funny videos and inside jokes. But now, the time between his replies was getting longer. His messages were shorter. "Cool." "Nice." "Ha ha ha ha." I knew he was busy. He was making new friends, starting a new life. I was happy for him, I really was. But a selfish part of me felt left behind, forgotten. I was a character in a book he had already finished reading. I started to protect the hoodie. I moved it from my chair to my closet, hiding it under a pile of sweaters where it would be safe. My mom found me one day, just holding it. Maya, honey, is everything okay? She asked, her voice gentle. It's just, it still smells like him, I whispered, feeling a tear roll down my cheek. She gave me a sad, knowing look. Memories are precious, sweetie, but they can't keep you warm like a real coat. I knew she was right, but letting go of the scent felt like letting go of him completely. So I kept the hoodie hidden in the dark, trying to save the last little piece of our summer, a secret between me and the fading scent of yesterday. The days grew shorter, and the air colder. November arrived with a gray, empty sky. My life felt gray, too. School, homework, soccer practice, sleep, repeat. I stopped visiting the hoodie every day. I was too afraid of the disappointment of finding that the last whisper of summer was finally gone. It was better to imagine it was still there than to know for sure that it wasn't. But one night, the loneliness was too much. It was a heavy, physical ache in my chest. I hadn't heard from Leo in 3 days. I looked at our last conversation. I had sent him a picture of the first frost on the grass. His reply was just a single emoji, a thumbs up. That was all our friendship was worth now. I felt a sudden, desperate need to connect with the past, with the boy who gave me his hoodie on a warm August night. I ran to my closet and pulled it out from under the sweaters. I held it up to my face, my eyes squeezed shut, praying. Nothing. The scent was gone. Completely. All of it. The salt, the smoke, the sun, him. It was just a piece of old, cold clothing. It smelled like my closet, like dust and winter. A sob escaped my throat. It was a sound of pure loss. It was over. The museum was closed. The last exhibit was gone. I collapsed onto my bed, clutching the empty hoodie to my chest. I was crying, not just for the lost scent, but for everything. For a friendship that was slipping through my fingers like sand. For the end of a chapter in my life that I wasn't ready to close. My fingers, trembling, were balled into fists, twisting the fabric. And then they hit something. Something small and hard inside the big front pocket. I stopped crying, my breath catching. I never used the pocket. It was his space. Slowly, my fingers shaking, I reached inside. I felt the sharp corner of folded paper and a smooth, cool stone. I pulled them out and stared at them in the palm of my hand. There was a small, heart-shaped piece of sea glass, the same one we'd found on the beach in July, and a small, folded-up note. My heart started beating fast, a wild, hopeful drum against my ribs. My hands were still trembling as I carefully unfolded the note. The paper was soft, a little worn. Leo's handwriting was messy, all capital letters, exactly how he wrote everything. I held my breath and started to read. Maya, I'm really bad at this stuff, so I'm writing it down. Probably a coward move. But I didn't want to leave without saying this. Or without you knowing this. This whole summer, watching movies, eating pizza, sitting by the fire. It was the best summer of my life. Because of you. You're my best friend, and that's the most important thing. But I think I feel something more, and it scares me. It scares me because I'm leaving and I don't want to make things weird or sad. I don't know what to do, so I'm just giving you this note. Maybe you'll find it in a week. Maybe never. I guess I just wanted the truth to exist somewhere. You're my favorite person, Maya. Don't forget that. The sea glass is for good luck, and to remember our beach day. Leo. I read the note once, then twice, then a third time. The words blurred through my new tears, but these were different. They weren't tears of loss. They were something else. something warm and achingly beautiful. He felt it too. All that time, I thought I was the only one with this secret feeling in my heart. But he had it too. He was just as scared as I was. Suddenly, the hoodie in my lap felt different. It was no longer a sad reminder of something that was gone. It was a container. It held this secret, this confession, this beautiful, unspoken truth. The physical scent was gone. Yes, but it had been replaced by something so much stronger. The memory wasn't just in the fabric anymore. It was in my hands, written in his messy capital letters. The smell had been a ghost, a fading echo. But this note, this sea glass heart, this was real. It was solid. A profound shift happened inside me. The gray, empty feeling started to fill with a soft, gentle light. The pain of him being far away was still there, a quiet ache in the background. But it was no longer a story of an ending. It was a story of a hidden beginning. The hoodie didn't need to smell like summer anymore. Its job was done. It had kept the secret safe until I was ready to find it. The next morning, I did something I thought I would never do. I took Leo's hoodie from my room, carried it downstairs, and put it in the washing machine. My mom saw me from the kitchen doorway. She didn't say anything, but her smile was soft and full of understanding. I poured in the detergent, the clean, floral scent filling the air. As I closed the lid and pressed start, I felt a sense of release. I was washing away the desperate need to hold on. I was letting go of the ghost of summer. An hour later, I pulled the hoodie from the dryer. It was warm and soft, smelling of clean laundry and a new beginning. I put it on. It was still huge, the sleeves still covering my hands. But it felt different. It didn't feel like his hoodie anymore. It felt like mine, a gift he had given me, now filled with a new memory, a new meaning. I went to my room and sat on my bed, holding the sea glass heart in my palm. It felt cool and smooth against my skin. I picked up my phone and opened my messages with Leo. I looked at his last. It didn't sting anymore. He was a teenage boy, far from home, trying to figure things out. Just like me. He was bad at this stuff. He'd said it himself. My fingers moved over the keyboard. I didn't write a long, emotional paragraph. I didn't mention the note. That was a conversation for another time. Maybe face-to-face one day. For now, I just wanted to build a new bridge, one that wasn't based only on the past. I typed a simple message. Hey, I just found the sea glass. Thank you. I added a small heart emoji, a blue one. Then I pressed send. I didn't know what he would say or when he would reply. Maybe things would still be slow and awkward. Maybe our friendship would grow into something else. Or maybe it would just stay a beautiful, distant memory. The future was a blank page. But for the first time in months, I wasn't afraid of it. I looked out my window at the bare tree branches against the pale winter sky. And I realized that some memories don't need a scent to stay with you. They become a part of who you are. I hope that story touched your heart. Sometimes, language isn't just about words. It's about the emotions they carry and the memories they hold. Keep practicing, keep feeling, and we'll see you in the next story. Thanks for listening.